Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you not a gaming video, but a movie review. So, this is the first time I'm actually doing a movie review, and because I kind of felt like it, and I haven't done a Christmas video at all. So, for everyone out there, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This is probably the last video for this year. So I just wanted to make it a little bit different because there's really nothing happening in Final Fantasy XIV at the moment. So I thought I'd talk about a movie that I have been waiting for a while to come out, which is the Star Wars Last Jedi. Now, I actually am gonna do a little bit of disclaimer here that I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I have seen all the movies and I don't watch any other Star Wars related thing apart from the movies. So there you go. That's one. And there's huge spoilers in this video. So if you don't like to be spoiled, just close this video out or stop playing and just do something else and watch the movie if you're really curious, and then go back to this video. So yeah, so that's basically my background with Star Wars. I'm not a huge fan and I don't claim to be. So, but what I am is, and basically I'm just an average moviegoer. You know, I watch the big box office movies, and you know, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. And for those Star Wars fan who's gonna bash me in the comments below and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, in some sense, maybe as a huge Star Wars fan, I don't know what I'm talking about, but as a basically a average moviegoer that wants to be entertained, I think I know what I'm talking about and I know what I wanted from this movie. So, in saying that, there's a couple of things that I believe that this movie didn't um, convey in a, I suppose, in a good way. Uh, I have been watching a lot of Star Wars videos from YouTube, especially from Star Wars Theory and Stupendous Wave, and I think the film theorist also, which is Matt Pat, has also done a few videos in regards to Star Wars. So I have seen those, but the videos that I looked into are the things that I'm curious about, like Rey's parents, who are there, and what happened to Luke during the past how many years. So it's not like that should have affected my perception of what this movie should be. It's basically those are the curious things like an average goer would go. It's like, okay, in Force Awakens you did this and this, and now that's a question that I wanted answered in the next movie, but they didn't. So here are a couple of things that I found very weird in this movie. First things first is, and again, huge spoilers, so you click away if you don't want to be spoiled. So the first thing that I found weird was Leia's Superman scene. It's sort of, she gets blasted into space and then somehow didn't die in mid space and use the force to go back into the ship, and then she got saved because she was knocking on the door. Basically, she put her hand on the door and then people obviously opened the door for her, but there was no vacuum of space, you know, or something something like that. It was just a weird, and I thought they missed something there. That was a good way for Leia to go out in the movie, since Carrie Fisher, who plays Leia, has passed away early this year. May her soul rest in peace. I obviously, if she was alive and is still with us, I wouldn't mind too much that she still has a part to play in this new trilogy. But if she's passed away, I think that was a good scene. Kylo Ren was basically going to shoot her down, but decided not to. And then these other Empire, whatever, blasted the ship instead of Kylo. So I thought that was a probably a missed opportunity to basically kill off Princess Leia. That was just one of them. The second is basically this lady who's got purple hair, which escapes her name escapes my head at the moment. Excuse me. Basically, didn't disclose her plan to basically run away, and then there's this planet where they can, you know, go into their little shuttles and escape through there. Basically, to dodge the Empire's gaze, basically. I mean, if she only disclosed her plan to Poe and everyone else, basically, there wouldn't have been any mutiny. And there wouldn't be any reason for the others to basically go on this side quest, which goes to my next thing. Basically, this is number three, is the whole casino thing, which was like, I don't even know why this is in the movie. I know they needed to find these puzzle master or whatever, but if she only disclosed her plan in the first place, there wouldn't be any reason for Finn and Rose, which is this Asian chick, is a mechanic or something, to go out and basically, try to find this puzzle master, which eventually affected the what happened later on as well. It's just so weird. Why she wouldn't just say the plan. It, and her main reason, I think, was because he was like a loose cannon or something. I think that's the old more reason for you to actually tell the plan to this person, and then he would be like, oh. And Poe actually admitted, oh, this is a good plan. So why didn't anyone just tell me this freaking plan? I don't know. That is two and three. That is basically annoyed the hell out of me in the movie. And then four is basically Rey is just too damn powerful without any sort of training. She beat down Luke Skywalker, which has been training since forever to be the Jedi, and she managed to take him down. Granted, he probably wasn't trying, but he didn't. He was able to use the Force. Then basically, he shut himself off, and then. But on that scene where he got beat down, he was back with the Force. So don't exactly know as to why. It's like a huge head scratcher. It's like, what the heck is happening? The next thing is basically I said so earlier, was Rey's parentage. They basically said they're nobodies. Which, I don't know, this is one of those things that you're anticipating, and it was a huge letdown. It's like this movie has just been giving me reasons not to like it, and I don't know why. It just keeps giving me reason not to like it at all. And then I'm not gonna go too much into details with that. And the next one, I'm just gonna go to the next one. Basically, Snoke dies. I don't know. Some people say it's a trick. But as an average moviegoer, it'd be like, why'd you kill him off? He is actually the big bad, right? And then Kylo becomes the big bad, which he annoys the hell out of me. Honestly, he's so wishy-washy, and like, go to the light side, you go to the dark side. Oh, I'm going to the light side. Just pick one or the other, or I don't even care what happens to him anymore. Even if he dies, I don't feel any sympathy towards him. Even though he was going to be killed, like air quotes here, by Luke as a Padawan, so I have no sympathy towards him any longer. Maybe at the start of the movie when he didn't kill Leia, but then afterwards, yeah, you just sort of give up on the character. At some point, you just give up on the character and be like, I'm done with you. I don't care what happens to you anymore. So, yeah, that's what, six? I don't even know where I lost count. The next one is basically this is the last one for me. And this is the big one. Luke, I felt, was underutilized in this movie. There could have been, I mean, there was this huge scene where like he was being shot left, right, and center by the Empire and it didn't scratch him. And I'm like, oh, finally they're gonna show how good Luke is, like how strong he is, because he's been the Jedi Master for the only Jedi Master, basically, and you'd think he would have attained similar powers as to almost like Yoda-like. But yeah, they did show that he was like, yeah, I'm just a ghost in the end. I played you like a little kid that you are against Kylo, so. But in the end, he becomes a Force ghost. He just disappears, which is kind of sad. I felt like it wasn't time for Luke to go yet. I felt, if anything, towards maybe in the last movie, the last of the trilogy, is where he would disappear. Um, yeah, was just basically lost for words. My mouth was like open. I was like, what? And I came out of the movie more than anything disappointed. I don't claim this movie to be a bad movie, but it wasn't good either. I just felt like very, very disappointed. All the questions that I wanted answered weren't answered, or if they were answered, it was wishy washy, like freaking Kylo Ren. So, yeah, you might be thinking, Munch, you'd be like, you hate this movie because all the reason you just pointed out, but thinking back, I watched this a week ago, and I had a lot of, time to think things through and watch different videos, but that disappointment didn't really disappear because there was a lot of plot holes and a lot of just what the F stuff that happened. And I just can't justify this being a good movie for a average moviegoer. Again, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, so if I miss something huge, if it's in a book, I have no idea because I go to the movie and watch just the movie. I expect the movie to actually tell me important stuff in the actual movie. I don't have to go and buy a book or a novel to actually understand the movie better. The movie should be able to convey what it wants to convey in the movie. It doesn't need any help from a book. There shouldn't be any of that. So, again, for an average moviegoer, I think you'll be disappointed in this movie. And I think that's it, guys. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find this helpful at all. As always, I would like to hear from you guys what you think of The Last Jedi. Did you guys enjoy it, or were you like me, felt disappointed but felt the movie was not that bad, like visually, it was just not that good either. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.